Guys, this is Kendra with Truest TV, and I'm back with another video. I wanted to do hopefully y'all could hear me. I wanted to do a real short video, real quick, just letting y'all know, or a little word of encouragement, if you will. If at any time in your life you start feeling, or you feel, or have felt unloved, one of the chapters of the Bible that is a reference point for me was when I lost it too. It was in my head. Well, one of the things I know for certain, two things for true: you are not alone, and you are greatly loved by the Most High God. A lot of times, it was with King David when he had to enlighten himself of the Lord, just to realize that he wasn't alone, and that his suffering was seen, and that a lot of times us, and especially as women, we go through and people don't know that we're going through, and you spend a lot of time feeling unseen, unheard, and unloved, and even men, right? And so I just want to give you a word of encouragement that God does see your pain, and he does see everything that you're going through, and he will get you through it. I mean, the refining fire is never, I want to say, well, in my experience, has never been an easy walk with God, right? Understanding that the refining is for my own edification. It still was not easy to endure, and it's still not easy to go through, but God understands that it's not easy, and he will give you the peace that you need. Even sometimes it's minute by minute, day by day, hour by hour. Know that he'll see you through it. When I deal with a lot of emotional issues, especially going through a lot of spiritual attack, it's oftentimes that I will feel by myself, or alone, or there's not anybody to really, if you're lucky, if you're blessed, well, not lucky, but if you're blessed, some of you will have people in your corner that you can talk to and you can confide in when you're feeling low. But there's some of us who are not blessed, and not that there's not anybody there, but sometimes there really isn't anybody there who can in depth truly understand what you are going through. But there is, while you're thinking that there is no one, there is someone, and that is God. He will not judge you for how you feel. That is Satan, who condemns your thoughts, Satan who will condemn your emotions, Satan who will try to make you feel bad about your feelings, bad about how you feel, make you feel like you have no right to feel that way. God does not undermine your emotion. He already knows that you're a man. He already knows that you will get sorrowful. He even knows that you're going to complain. So don't get so caught up on the fact that you complain and you're upset. Let God know that you're angry. Let him know that you're frustrated. Do not allow anybody to shame you out of that. That is a part of the relationship with God, is expressing to God. Yes, he knows, but in order for you to have a relationship with him, there has to be communication. Just like a relationship with anybody, you have to communicate. God knows you're hurting, but sometimes we need to vent that out. And I find that when I tell God matter-of-factly what is hurting me, how I feel, the bad things that I'm thinking, the habits that I can't break as a result of the hurt or the pain that I'm feeling, I find it refreshing when I confess to him that sometimes I'm even angry at him. And after I'm done and I've poured out all of what I feel, and I feel much better, right? And sometimes it's not always instantaneous. Sometimes it'll be instantaneous that I'll feel better. Sometimes it can take me a couple of days, you know. Nevertheless, God is someone you can rely on. He is a reliable God. He is a reliable Father. He will always comfort you. I remember a time where I was just going through, and I'm talking about it was so bad. I was basically living so badly, paycheck to paycheck, and I was up to my neck in a lot of I had learned how to drive really late in life and didn't understand what that entailed. And I had so many tickets, and I'm talking about it was just so horrendous that, I mean, let's just say 2016 and 17 was some of the worst years of my life, right? And I had some of the hardest years even now. But that was one of the starts. Well, it actually wasn't, but it was two of the most challenging years I had ever had. And I remember as I was going to court for some of the tickets, and I'm talking about thousands of dollars worth of tickets, y'all. Not just no little, I'm talking thousands. Couldn't even really drive my car without getting pulled over, damn near arrested, having my car confiscated, having to pay this, it was just horrific. And so I remember one time I was coming back from court, and I had no money. I was decimated. The little bit of money that I had left over, I had to pay toward these tickets, be able to get my car, drive my car, whatnot. And I was just so down, like downtrodden so bad. And God knew what I needed. You know what I mean? So as I'm taking this lift through the grace of God, I took this lift, and it was this Arabic guy. He was like this Arabic guy. He had the whole little, you know, he had a turban on his head. I hope I'm saying the right race, not to, but he was, he had the thing on his head or whatnot or whatever. Anyway, he was an Arabic guy. He was my Lyft driver. And he just started talking to me. He was like, oh, where you from? And at the time, I was staying in New Jersey. I said, well, I'm originally from Suffolk County, Long Island, which he was familiar with. And then I was like, but I stay in New Jersey or whatever. He said, you all way over here by yourself? And I was not, but I was with my older sister. But technically, you know, my mom wasn't there. My mom lived in Long Island, whatnot. And so I was just explaining, yeah, no, I'm not really out here by myself, but like, you know, my mom's back at home and whatnot. And I didn't want to get into grave details about everything, you know, I was going through. And so anyway, long story long is I went to get out of the car or whatever, and I noticed that the man got out of the car too. And I was like, what the hell was wrong with you? Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And I know God is so good and infinite in his wisdom, because literally how bad I felt, like I'm telling y'all, like low. I felt so bad from everything that I was going through. And God just, he must have knew. Of course, God knows all things. And out of nowhere, like, the guy got in his car and he just gave me the biggest hug. Let me tell you, when that man got out of his car, mind you, this man don't know me from a can of paint, nothing, right? He just walked around the car, got out, and gave me a hug. I broke down crying so bad, y'all. Like, y'all don't even know. But it was God knowing what I needed so badly. Like, and it just touched my heart. Like, because you don't get many experiences where, you know, like, things like that happen. Like, and this man, like, he didn't know me from nowhere, like, nothing. He just gave me the biggest hug, and I just could not stop crying, like, and I'm already sensitive, so you know I'm a crybaby. And so, then after that, I've had several times in several instances where God had really just, because like I said, I've been through some stuff, y'all. Like, I think I got in depth detail in previous videos, but listen. But anyway, I had another time where God met a need of mine again, and I was going to the hospital because I needed to get this tooth removed. And like, I don't know why I was just so apprehensive, because the pain was so excruciating. Y'all, if y'all know teeth pain, when a tooth need to be pulled out of your daggone mouth, it resonates to your ear, your jawline, down your neck. It's just like the worst down to your clavicle. It was like the worst pain. And I went to the hospital because the pain was just so bad. And there was this guy, he was out of his mind, y'all. He was out of his screaming, yelling, cussing, just yelling at people, telling people to shut up, like he was going to fight them, just throwing himself all over the place. And I just was like not in a mood. And I'm already just like in pain. And just the same crazy man, as I sat beside him, calmed down and said to me, and this is how I knew it was God, because this man was showing out. I'm talking about cussing, yelling, screaming, cussing folk, just screaming, yelling like a crazy possessed person. And as I sat beside that same crazy man, I didn't sit beside him because he was losing his mind, but I had to sit down from him because I was scared because he was acting a hot mess. And so that same man calmed himself down and told me, I think he was like, I don't know if he was like, don't be afraid, God is with you, is what he said to me. He was like, God, I think he was like, God is with this same man now, showing out, screaming, throwing himself all over the place. This same man was like, God is with you. And I was just kind of like taken aback, like, wow, like God is truly with me, like. And it wasn't even like, I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't even like I kind of like prayed. I kind of like just was scared. Like, I don't know what I was scared of. It was because I knew it was a jaw pain, and I knew it was because of my tooth. But I don't know, I think it was because I was going through so much, and this added fuel to the already fire, and I was homeless at the time, and it was just so much going on, and I was just toothache, couple of with financial issues. It was just, y'all, let me just tell you. And so I guess I felt defeated, and it was just God's reassurance that I was not going this alone. Like, he was there, he was present, he knew my heart, he knew what I was feeling, he knew what I was going through, and he saw me. He just wanted to let me know that he was there. So I just wanted to give a word of encouragement to just be like, y'all, you know, God is there. God is with you every step of the way. I know that we looking at this message and it's like, you know, your heart wasn't made to convince someone to choose you. Real love, you know what I mean? And the reason why I put that up here, contrary to what I was saying, is because a lot of times, us as women specifically, we go searching for love that we have not found in man. And we sometimes get caught up in that, forgetting our first love, which is God. Because we are trying to get tangible love here on earth, we will chase after unobtainable love in man. And all I'm saying is that it is not impossible for God to give you someone to love. But you have to first also know to go ahead and love God. Right? When that, you know, it was hard for me at times when the word of God said that if you know, seek ye the kingdom of God and all those, you know, things, those desires and those of your heart and all those other things that you desire, you know, those things will come to fruition. And I want to probably get into detail about that topic maybe at a different time. But anyway, that's why I posted this, you know. You know, we have to learn to love ourselves and put our worth in God. You know what I mean? He's the only person he's the only one that will really give you your value and will love you unconditionally, where you don't have to fake or pretend. You just being you is enough for him. You don't have to wear wigs, weaves, get a butt implant. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to be the perfect shade or of hue of complexion. You don't have to that fit social norms. You don't have to have the best personality, be most talented, have to be the epitome or the pinnacle of success. You don't have to be anything. God just loves you for you. So turn back to that first love, which is the Most High God, which is Jesus Christ. That I am that I am. the Father who loves you so much, and we are children of God, and we have to always declare that over our lives and just know that He truly loves us. So anyway, I didn't want to make this too long, but anyway, this is Kendra with Trust TV, y'all. Stay encouraged, stay up, stay blessed. Put God first above all else. Peace. Bye for now.